this, and I'm a coward, and I was saying attack, attack, and leading from the distance out of range of police pepper ball fire. And I mean, it's all the footage. I show up and I go, stop, no, guys, it's horrible. Why the hell would I want to do that? This is like ruin the best day ever. I mean, the psychology, who benefits? They've got U.S. attorneys, and we may indict Trump for this. As Matt Bracken said, it's all there. But joining us is a man known as Q-Shaman. Jake the Barbarian, I guess, was his earlier incantation or incarnation. He's at USA Wolfpack and Parlor at Jake Angeli. And let's just play a clip of him saying some pretty good stuff when he was out at the MAGA rally. We're talking about the New World Order, the Federal Reserve, the banks, it's all true. But then what happened inside the Capitol, and what does the Q-Shaman tell us about the tea leaves or the bull's guts or the runes or the chicken bones he's thrown down on the deck of the ship here. Here it is.
So all over the globe, countries are occupied by central banking institutions that loan the government money at interest. And this enables them to own all the other socioeconomic and geopolitical gears in the country. Okay? And then what they do is they use their billions or trillions of dollars to create a bunch of deep underground bases where they have all this like highly top secret technology going on. Okay? And they are like figuring out how to do things like create infinite energy or do things like anti-gravity technology or inertia propulsion. They're learning how to do things like cloning and all sorts of crazy stuff, okay? This is like a global takeover. They're trying to create a new world order, right? They're trying to create a one world government. That means there's like over 180 countries involved in all this stuff, where they're monopolizing all the resources, all the labor in the country through the central banking system, okay? And that enslaves the whole country through debt to whoever owns a central bank, all right? Now, as they're researching all this stuff, as they're, all this R&D, they're covering it up through top secret security clearances and through blackmail in the government, in the media, in entertainment and stuff like that, so that the truth about these technologies never gets out, and they use these people like a smokescreen for all this other stuff that's behind the scenes. And this is going on all over the world. Okay, the Swiss Alps are made like Swiss cheese with these freaking underground bases. Okay, the United States has over, like, seriously, 150, 200 of these things, and that's small compared to some countries. Okay, some countries are infiltrated. You can't move but 100 miles in any direction, and you got a deep underground base.
Okay, that's pretty much all true. The guy could have a talk show. He's very well spoken, and boy, does he know how to get attention in that outfit. And I have some fun dressing up like the Joker sometimes to get attention. But the Q thing is problematic. And then he's in there in the middle of all this. I say if you're a journalist, people go to the Capitol, go show what's happening. Well, there were National Geographic people there, everybody. Matt Bracken rides shotgun with us. But should it be Jake the Barbarian or should it be Q-Shaman? What should we call you, Jake?
You can just call me Jake, Alex. It's an honor to speak with you, sir.
Okay, well, an honor. I mean, I'm sure you're a great guy. You don't come off like a bad guy, but I mean, if you say you're a listener, have you heard me warn this stuff that Q is not invincible and that Trump's in a lot of trouble?
I have heard those warnings, but, I'm of the belief that Q is military intelligence, and I have a lot of faith in the military and military intelligence.
Okay, well, I literally talk to all the top people, okay? And they're all surrounded and cut off. The Chi-Coms are taking over. They tell me we're in desperate straits. So that's why I kept trying to tell you guys, like, it's not being defeatist to tell America we're in trouble, need the general public to get involved. You understand that when the general public thinks everything's fine, they don't get involved. You understand? And so if there could be a silent takeover because they don't know, then that's a problem. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. That's why I'm quite proud of what happened on January 6th.
Okay, tell us how you're proud of it. Tell us what happened.
Well, first of all, we are talking about a government that is literally telling people when they can open their businesses, when they can see and hug their families, a government that is literally affecting the way, or trying to affect the way that their citizens breathe. We're talking about a government that has literally given billions of dollars to foreign nations through the guise of a COVID relief bill, where they give billions of dollars to foreign nations, $600 to every American citizen, and then they hand the taxpayers the bill and say, oh yeah, by the way, you're going to pay for all of it. So to me, that sounds like treason on like the highest level. And if we
No, I hear you. I think we have a right for a new Declaration of Independence. I just think it needs to be done if we can't fix things peacefully at the right time, right place. You can see how, though, Trump wants a 10-day investigation of fraud. We were about to get it. How storming the Capitol screwed all that up.
Well, I don't quite see it that way, Alex, to be perfectly honest with you. I think that, if anything, we sent a very clear message to the globalists and to the communists who have these puppet politicians, these parasites in our system. We sent a very clear message, and we did so peacefully, despite what the Mockingbird media says.
Well, it was mostly peaceful, and when the left takes over stuff, we're supposed to let them occupy whole buildings, whole areas. That's all a legitimate argument. And people got killed there. And so I agree you're not terrorist. I'm just saying, you know Antifa helped break down stuff and wanted this to happen. I mean, you know the deep state liked what happened, right? Because, I mean, I know you think it showed them who's boss and all the rest of it, but I don't... you get my perspective that Trump's now capitulating and all this? I mean, this is not good.
Well, everybody has their opinion, Alex, and in all honesty, I understand where you're coming from. I just don't quite fully agree with you.
Do you think Trump's in a secret location in Texas and everything, and it's a CG of him capitulating?
You know, in all honesty, I believe in Occam's razor, Alex, and you know, I only talk about things that I know for certain I can prove, or things that I know beyond a shadow of a doubt are real. I wouldn't be
stay there. You're a very interesting guy. We got to get you back on as a guest more. Don't hang up. Matt Bracken's here. He's an author, researcher. You may know who he is. Matt, do you have any comments for the Q-Shaman?
Yeah, I think that that Q, even if it was started by a private guy, you know, pretending to be an insider, it was taken over pretty quickly as a useful tool to feed disinformation, because it absolutely hinders and cripples the patriots, because they're all thinking that Trump is playing, you know, 4D chess, and no matter what, they're just saying he did it on purpose. There's a reason, and he's going to pull a rabbit out of the hat, and we're going to win in the end.
And then I talked to Trump, and Roger does recently, and Trump's like, what do we do, Alex? It's terrible, Alex. What do we do when there's this fraud? Trump's a regular guy, folks. He's not frickin' Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
And he's cut off from the intel. People are saying, why doesn't he declassify all this material? Because he can't. Nobody will declassify.
They're warehouses of information. If the bureaucrats want to do it for you, they have trouble getting it.
This is why he didn't go to Camp David this weekend. He might not have been let back into the White House. If he went to Texas, or, you know, much less, even not even Camp David, he's afraid if he gets on the helicopter and goes anywhere, he won't be let back in. You know, now he's just worried about finishing out his term.
That's right.
And not being taken out in a straitjacket under.
That's right. He didn't leave because of an Iranian threat. I was confirmed. They were talking 25th Amendment the week before last because of this rally. That's why he went back to the White House. You're damn right.
And this would have been the greatest victory for the patriots if the message of January 6th was rotor quad drone shots of 1 million people waving, you know, American flags and Trump flags. That would have been powerful. That would have showed our power. But instead, it's these guys that went into the Capitol and just basically took a dump in the punch bowl.
And they're feeling good because they're all over TV everywhere. But let's talk to the Q-Shaman. Maybe he says Occam's razor, maybe as a shaman, he will tell us about the Guder Damarong and the Battle of the Gods. Okay, so we're going to find out about that on the other side. Stay with us. All right, Matt Bracken's riding shotgun with us. EnemiesFireDomestic.com, Alex Jones. And look, Jake the Barbarian, you're a very well-spoken guy. Let's think about the Q thing. You're talking about the Federal Reserve, the New World Order, secret technologies. All this is real. But then it's like, oh, Q is why we know about it. No, we know about it because of Cleon Skousen. We know about it because of Ron Paul. We know about it, you know, because of Carol Quigley being a criminal and admitting it all. We know about it because of Matt Bracken. It's not about the credit. We're all public people. I mean, I was dialed in with highest levels of the U.S. Army intelligence, okay? Was with us in D.C., really worried about everything. We're sitting there making phone calls you wouldn't believe. And it's not like these people have all this great power either. They're regular people just like you. And this is all out of control. There's not magic groups in control. There's media influencing, and the giant communist Chinese are the closest thing there is to government power. where they just snap their fingers and fake their currency, put 3 million people in death camps. That's why Justin Trudeau said, I admire the dictatorship of Xi Jinping. I want that. Because, yeah, Mao Zedong could say, put 100 million peasants in the city and watch half of them die. Yeah, he could do that. Or, yeah, Hitler could say, invade Russia and kill millions of people. Yeah, he did it. He could say, bomb London. It happened. But I'm telling you, in the American system, part of our strength is we're so diversified and we can't get stuff done in a way so individuals have freedom. And I'm trying to explain it to Q folks that this esoteric stuff about magic and it's all handled. And I'm literally, you know, with General Flynn, the former head of Defense Intelligence, and all these Green Berets and Sergeant Majors from Delta Force separate from Flynn and all of it, dude. All of it, the CIA feeds coming in. They don't know what's going on. And that's what I keep trying to explain to you is I'm going to stop ranting. I'm going to stop ranting. Go ahead, Q-Shaman. Tell me what's coming next then. I want to believe it. Where is Trump? You think this is a devastating victory you just had at the Capitol? Explain to me and bring me up to the level of a Q-Shaman.
Well, first of all, allow me to say that I am not Antifa, I am not BLM. I know that there's rumors floating around online, probably disinformation agents spreading disinformation. So start with there. I'm a Q supporter, a QAnon digital soldier of sorts.
Sir, yes, I know. They're saying that we said you were Antifa, so they can block out the real Antifa that got caught there. Confirmed. No, we know you're not Antifa. What are you? You are a are you a Norseman or are you a Q shaman? What are you?
I am a shamanic practitioner. Okay, I'm a spiritual warrior. And if you really want to know what's really going on, what is really going on is we are changing the quantum realm, sir. This is spiritual warfare. And if we understand that DC is built on ley lines, electromagnetic ley lines, and we understand that, yes, the Satanists, the Luciferians, the globalists, the nihilists, the Nazis, these people that have infiltrated our government are practicing black magic. They are doing evil, sick, satanic ceremonies and rituals where they're sacrificing children and drinking blood and all that stuff. And the hub of it is in D.C., in London, and in the Vatican. If we understand that these things are like acting like beacons for this low-frequency demonic energy, then we can really...
Okay, brother, no, I know the globalists are in the weird stuff. I'm trying to explain to you. Q told us that Trump was invincible and Hillary was in a prison, right? So I'm saying, is Trump was going to be there in 12 days then?
I'm answering your question, interrupting. So here's the thing. Because the Washington, D.C. is built on ley lines, right? It's built on the electromagnetic ley lines of the earth. When we ended up going to D.C., when we were shouting USA, when we're shouting freedom, when we're shouting 4 more years, we are literally affecting the quantum realm because...
We're like pygmies dancing around a fire or Navajo doing a ghost dance. It's going to make the white man go away?
Because sound supersedes electromagnetic activity, okay? Now, by marching into the Capitol, by affecting the quantum realm in that way, we actually took back the Capitol building for God. I said a prayer inside the Senate. I sang my shamanic song inside the Senate, and I broke up all that negative...
Okay, so you're like a... Okay, well, give us your shamanic song right now on the air.
Or do you want to talk? Because I'll just let you talk. If
no. You're my God, I'm learning. Occam's razor is a shamanic...
Then do me a favor and let me finish my point.
I'm going to let you finish, but Matt Bracken's here as well. We're now learning the secret of Q power. He is a Q priest. It is a religion. Everything's fine, Matt Bracken.
I don't know about all that. Listen, dude, shamanism is the oldest religion in the world. They use singing, drumming, dancing, and they use elaborate, like, dress, you know, the headdress, the face paint.
And you saw like how it ended up for everybody.
Evil spirits to change the quantum realm through sound, through electromagnetic activity, and through...
Okay, Owen Schroyer has a question for you, and he's coming up after I leave, if you want to talk to him. Hold on.
Body.
I understand magical powers.
No, it's not about magic, dude. We're talking about physics here, Alex. We're talking about physics. Okay, this is physics.
Let Matt Bracken talk here.
Quantum entanglement.
You are a shamanic wizard. We get that. I'm asking you with your wizard powers why you were able to know that Q was the answer. Tell me.
Okay, Q is the highest levels of the military and the intelligence community disseminating above top secret information to patriots in our republic. This is full disclosure so we can take back our country from the communists and the globalists who are attempting to...
Why does Trump leave Julian Assange in prison?
So they can bring it down.
Why does he leave Julian Assange in prison when he's the real Q-type person?
You keep interrupting me, Alex. I love you, dude. I love you, but you gotta let me talk.
Highest level military intelligence. Tell me more about it.
Or are you waiting for your turn to speak, sir? Are you listening?
No, tell me about the highest level military intelligence.
Okay, so Q is military intelligence disseminating above top secret information to patriots in our republic so we can take back our country from communists and globalists who have infiltrated our government at some of the highest levels so that they could bring America down from within. This is infiltration instead of invasion. They're doing this so they can create a new world order, one world government where America's wiped off the map and they try to get rid of our constitution based on
I know about the new
law.
world order. Q tells us, the almighty Q Lord, and you are his priest, tells us everything's fine. So does the...
I'm not saying everything's fine. You're interrupting me.
Put him on pause. I can't handle this guy. I don't know if he's for real or whether he is higher than a kite, Matt Bracken, but this is crazy talk. And this is what I'm talking about. So you got a bunch of Antifa leading Q-tards into the Capitol, and they believe it's a fabulous victory for them.
Yeah, this is kind of reminding me of the Lakota Sioux in 1891. They thought that if they wore the magic bead vest and
yeah, it's the Sioux. I was saying the Hopi. I was wrong. It's the Sioux that did the ghost dance. Guys, show the Sioux doing the ghost dance. There's photos of it. Show it.
Yeah, and they thought that if they did the ghost dance, then the soldiers' bullets would just go through them and they would win, and the white man would disappear. So if you're a shaman who is leading the ghost dance, there's only two options. You know, you're either insane because you're about to get your people massacred, or you're working for the other side and you want your people to get massacred. But this is really imagine people followed into the Capitol because they believed in Q, and Q is shamanism. We're told. I mean, if I'm old enough to have seen these hoaxes that were believed for a long time. I remember in the 70s, a guy named Carlos Castanedas wrote these books called The Tales of Don Juan, where he swore it was true that he met a Yaqui Indian who gave him peyote and taught him how to fly. I don't mean just like a trip, but I mean to literally fly. And people believed it, and there were followers of Carlos Castanedas for years and years. It turned out he made it all up. It was all BS. There was the Howard Hughes, Clifford Irving diary. That was accepted as fact. It was all BS. There was the Hitler diaries. There was a guy named Ulsterman and DC Insider that was sort of like before Q, where he was swearing that he had the inside skinny from, deep in the White House bunker.
And so now we are directly distilled down to literal ghost dancing with a dude wearing a Blackfoot Indian outfit telling us this. This is what we've now reached.
And he's got the pipeline to the highest levels of military intelligence. How did that work out for General Flynn? If the highest levels of military intelligence were, assuring Trump's ultimate victory, why didn't they save General Flynn? This is a way to keep patriots just on the couch thinking it's all taken care of.
I hear you. Matt Bracken, stay there. I'm going to do 5 more minutes with you and the guest, and I'm not trying to be mean to the guest. If Owen wants to have him on, he's welcome to have him, or if he can have the guy back, we'll let him talk, because it's very entertaining. It's just that it's like, I tell this guy, like, hey, I'm dialed into all that stuff, okay? And they don't know what's going on. Nobody does. He's just like, highest level military intelligence. Highest level military intelligence. I mean, it doesn't even, like, I tell people, like, real stuff, like, this is going to happen. Oh, Trump next week will have a thing on the ellipse. What? No, was it out for 5 days? It's all real. Who cares if you talk to Trump? We talk to the highest levels of military intelligence. And so it's just so frustrating to sit there and watch our people wake up, but then believe this charlatan garbage. All right, I'm gonna relax. I need funding. I'm in the real world, not funded by George Soros, the New World Order. Preparewithalex.com. I might extend it through Monday. I'm trying to twist their arm before the prices go up. $850 off your supplies of food. Then a bunch of other high quality deals. Infowarstore.com as the regular sales, but by going to preparewithalex.com, I can legally, with that URL, with a corporate agreement with them, go below any of their other distributors. So it's the last big sale of last year. Now here it is. But that's it. Infowarstore.com. Get your food now while you can. Preparewithalex.com. And we've got all the other great stuff. Winter Sun back in stock. X2, Super Male Vitality, Living Defense. I want to thank you all for your support. All we're going to give you is the facts. Nothing more. The Q-Shaman. Time to respond. He's very mad right now. And then Owen Shore is going to take over. We'll do one more thing with Matt Bracken as we can finish up. And then I've got a lot of stuff I got to deal with. I appreciate your prayers. I appreciate your support, folks. I don't feel sorry for myself. I know I'm over the target because my level of persecution has reached epic proportions. Let me just tell you, not going to waste your time on it. Just, I need those prayers. Q is like people that look in clouds. One sees a giraffe, one sees an elephant, one sees an alligator, one sees a cloud. I'm not knocking people that are into Q. I'm just telling you that I talked to the president, I talked to everybody, General Flynn, you name it. And they're asking me, what do they think's going on? There's no magic group unless you're Xi Jinping. He says kill 1 million people, they do it. That's what authoritarianism is they've got that power, but it destroys civilization. It doesn't exist here. It's our greatest weakness, our greatest strength. So, is it Jake the Barbarian? Well, Owen Schroyer has a question, then we'll give you the floor to speak. Owen, you have a question.
Well, no, I just want to address, you obviously said you're not Antifa. I don't think you're Antifa. The other thing people want to know about you is, are you an actor? They found a profile that says you went to an acting school, so they think you're acting, and this whole thing is just an act. So would you like to address that?
Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay, so the whole reason why I have an acting profile is because I worked with children for 5.5 years in group homes, traumatized children, and I got chased out of the home with a knife by one of the kids that pulled it out of a locked cabinet, and I decided that I wanted to do something a little bit more fun. So I went into business for myself. I developed my own website, my own YouTube. I started writing books, and I thought about, well, maybe I'll give acting a shot to earn a little bit of money on the side. I haven't made any money as an actor. I never got any work.
You're not an actor. We got that. We believe you. They say I say I'm an actor because I've been in a few movies. It's total bull. Okay,
Which,
so...
by the way, I absolutely loved Waking Life, by the way. Your plug in Waking Life was absolutely accurate and awesome.
Well, thank you. So, listen, you're a Q wizard, okay? I'm asking you, is Trump end in 12 days?
Does Trump what?
What happens to Trump? Q knows everything. You know military intelligence. What happens to Trump?
Well, you know what, man? All I can say is I think that Donald Trump is a part of a much larger plan, whether that be a military plan, whether that be God's plan. I think that when you look at harmonics, when you look into the way that energy, frequency, and vibration basically create and move all physical form, all matter, then we are all playing a part in a much larger, grander scheme, a much larger...
No, I'm not saying there's not harmonics and greater schemes and a pebble in the pond stuff. I know all that. What I'm saying... Hold on, I'll let you talk, but I got to say this. But Q told us Trump was invincible and everybody was going to Gitmo. No, so I'm saying it isn't, now the larger... Q leads us once Trump's gone still, is what you're saying.
What I'm saying, and you see, this is you putting words in my mouth again, Alex. What I'm saying is that Donald Trump is a part of a much larger plan to help us take back our country from globalists and communists.
He is the baby toe of military intelligence, all right.
Donald Trump has played a very pivotal role in exposing the globalists and the cabal, exposing the Chinese and the communists, and the way that they've infiltrated our government, the way they've infiltrated our media, the way they've infiltrated our entertainment, the way they've infiltrated our economics.
We broke all that. We know that. I'm saying Q tells us stuff that all of it's lies, is what I'm saying.
You keep interrupting me.
Because you're lying. Every goddamn thing out of you people's mouths doesn't come true. And it's always, oh, there's energy, and oh, now we're done with Trump. You said he was the Messiah. You said he was invincible. You said it was all over. That we're all going to Gitmo. Now, oh, he's part of a larger thing of Q. I will not suffer your Q people after this. I knew what you were day one, and I know what you are now, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all these witches and warlocks and pumpkin popsums and everything. Oh, God. Sorry. Bye-bye, Q. I can't talk to you anymore. Jesus, Lord help me. Oh.
I like the Q-Shaman.
I want to believe. They'll never, when they're wrong, say they're wrong. Oh, no, Trump's a small part of the larger Q universe. Really? No, you're full of crap. We don't want your last word. Only if it is he Q. We have Q on the line. Yeah, sure, we'll get a last word from Lord Q on the other side. Sorcerer, Q Wizard. No, the official name is the Q-Shaman. He's hopping mad at me. But people started to recognize something. As soon as I showed up at the Capitol 2 days ago, Owen was right beside me. He disappeared for several hours in a phone booth and came out as the Q Wizard. And that's why we can't show both of them on screen at the same time. Put his picture. That's Owen. Owen Schroyer is Q. Not only, that's right, it's happening right now. Not only is Q real, it's Owen Schroyer. When he comes out of the phone booth, ladies and gentlemen, he is Jake the Barbarian, a.k.a. Q Wizard. So, Owen, you're a dude. You're caught. Wow.
You haven't caught me yet.
I was like, where are you at? You stormed the Capitol. All right, I'm gonna be. This is all deadly serious. This is Q level stuff, right? Top level intelligence. Hey, sorry, you got the floor for 2 minutes. I'm not gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up for 120 seconds. Go ahead.
All right, so I am not Owen Schroyer. My name is Jake Angeli. I've been practicing shamanism for over a decade. For those people that are interested in hearing more of what I have to say, just go to my Rumble account. They've already deleted my YouTube, my Facebook, and my Instagram because all the stuff on there is so patriotic and controversial. They're trying to spin this narrative that I'm BLM or Antifa. Go to Yellowstone Wolf AZ on Rumble. You can find all my videos there. It explains a lot of what is going on regarding things like quantum physics and how it relates to spirituality and God and how God is real and reincarnation is physics. I got stuff on there about exposing the globalist plot for the takeover of the world through the use of things like psychotronic weaponry and sleeper cells and global terrorism and how it all ties into infiltration instead of invasion. And I got stuff on there exposing the UN. I got stuff on there about aliens and the truth about aliens and where aliens come from, how they're actually interdimensional beings, just as much as they are like quote-unquote extraterrestrial beings. I've got a video on there called Just Take the Red Pill that's 5.5 hours that if you really want to know everything that there really is to know to get caught up to speed here and now, all you have to do is just watch that one video and it'll explain a whole lot of things that most people just don't understand. Whether it be things about...
Okay, that's enough. I've heard the plug about you. You didn't counter anything we said. The whole Q movement's completely full of crap and has been full of crap the entire time. It's a big sick joke on us and probably just cost us the country. Thanks for the call. I mean, I cannot, Matt Bracken, you had to sit through 20 minutes of that.